Alright, for combat mission veterans, this is probably going to be pretty boring for you. It's going to be a very basic attack type scenario. For people who are completely new to combat mission, though, I hope this will be useful. Okay, so we're doing a practical exercise here. The enemy's actually going to shoot back. The idea is we're going to approach and attack this little urban training complex here, and we're going to seize the objectives, which are marked in white text. We have 3 occupy objectives. Occupy means we actually need to hold them. If there's an enemy unit in the occupy objective at the end of the game, then it's contested and no one gets it. Or if just one side has it, then they get the points for it. And this is a preserved church here. Basically, we want to avoid damaging it. If we don't damage it, we get the points. And then we have a variety of objectives here. They're not actually real objectives. They're just sort of guidance objectives. They are touch objectives. They won't actually award any points. Okay, so, first things first. When you start a mission like this, you want to assess the situation first. You need to gather all the information you can, because it's going to inform your decisions. So the first thing we want to do is read the briefing. You want to check the map to get just a general idea of what we're doing here. We already sort of know our location. You want to check your mission objectives here, make sure you see anything important. You'll notice if there's something important you can glean from these mission objectives if you look at it, and that is that Objective 1 is worth 1,000 points. That's 50% of your total points. So Objective 1 is really important. That's our overall goal. We want Objective 1 more than anything else. We then get the map, and the map just gives you a general idea of what we're doing here. You get the general idea that you're expected to put some units here and then send the rest of them around here to attack, and you get the idea that the objectives are here and we're going to have some enemy infantry in this area. So this is sort of a broad brush to understand what's happening. And for the new people, there will always be a legend over here telling you what the symbols mean. I mean, the arrows are obvious, so we don't have a symbol for that. And then on the right-hand side of the tactical map, you'll get support available. So we're going to have a 120 millimeter mortar section and a UAV. No air support. Too small of a scenario for air support. Okay, so, and then you want to read the briefing carefully because it might have very specific information that's going to be vital for you to beat the mission. Situation: it's time for the graduation exercise. The 4th day of training is the culmination of this campaign. This time the enemy shoots back. Attack an enemy-held urban training course while practicing basic fire and maneuver tactics. Mission: attack and capture objectives 1, 2, and 3. Avoid damaging the church. Friendly forces. Your forces consist of a mechanized rifle platoon of infantry mounted in M2A3 Bradleys. Your platoon has been reinforced with some special weapons teams, a mortar section, and an RQ-11B Raven. Enemy forces. This is very important. This will tell us something about what we're going to be facing. An enemy dismounted infantry platoon composed of OP-4 is defending the urban area around your objectives. That tells you something right there. We have an idea of where they're going to be. The OP-4 is equipped with assault rifles, machine guns, ATGMs, and RPGs. That's very important. It's going to inform us as to what sort of decisions we're going to make. They also have 1 vehicle, very important, and forward defenses in the woods around the objectives. Now, that is definitely something you would want to know, so this is why you read the briefing. If you just looked at the map, you wouldn't know this. Plan. We'll actually go over the plan in detail, so I'm not going to read it out here, because we're going to go through that in excruciating detail. Okay, let's assess force. We've got a small, minimal setup area here. We've got 4 Bradleys. We have a full rifle platoon, it looks like. We've got a forward observer team. Excellent. We got a platoon HQ, of course. And then we got a Humvee, and the Humvee is equipped with... what have we got in the Humvee? We've got a automatic grenade launcher team and a sniper rifle team. Okay, so we've assessed enemy forces. We know disposition is going to be main defense around here, and we also know there's going to be one vehicle somewhere, and we know there's probably going to be some enemy troops in the woods here, since the briefing indicates it. On our side, we've got no tanks, but we've got a lot of explosive firepower and some rifle. So next we're going to want to look at the terrain. So to look at the terrain, you're going to want to get down really low, right down to the ground, because every meter makes a difference in elevation changes. So, one thing that we can take away right now that's important is from this main road, the base can't see us. This the training facility over there does not have line of sight, right? Because the high elevations mask us. We want to see how far along we can get before we actually do get seen, and it's right about here is where it's possible we may get shot at by something from the buildings. So all along here, though, it's a pretty sunken road, and it's got a pretty good approach. We're also going to want to be mindful of the open ground around here, because we may get shot at across this open ground if there's any enemy units sitting in the woods out here. And then over here we got an alternate route. It's another sunken road, and it's a pretty nice approach, really. Pretty covered until you get to right about here. And then stuff starts to see you. And then as far as actually making use of the cover terrain, as the objectives indicate, this will make an excellent position from which to just fire onto the facility from a distance, as you can see here. And the building here will make an excellent observation post. It has a clear line of sight of the objective area. It's very well protected. It does have a drawback. If you were against a human player, this would be a pretty obvious observation post. And then for attacking it to get close to it without being seen, you could go this way, although it's pretty long. It's a pretty long way. But we could go this way, and we've got a nice covered route to get up to the buildings as close as possible with the infantry. Tony McDanza, yes, this is the map I made on stream. Okay, so from a terrain analysis, this is what we got. Main enemy defense, need to watch out for some units out here. Put an OP here, a base of fire here. Main attack comes around this way. Alright, the next stage we're going to want to do, now that we've done an analysis of the terrain and our the forces we have, we're going to want to actually get some units out in front where we want to see if we can spot some enemy units. So, recon. You don't want to use your valuable units for it. We're not going to lead with fire support team, right? If they blunder in an ambush and die, I just lost some very valuable units. So I'm going to take my rifle guys, we're going to split them. So this is something we haven't done yet. We're going to go over the admin commands. Some people are discussing the crash in my stream, in my chat, I mean. Yes, most likely, quickly, easily fixable. And no, I guarantee it's easy and fixable. We go through hundreds of those crashes every release, fixing them in development time, and they're always really easy to fix. Okay, anyways. So, admin commands have splitting teams. So, there's a variety of ways you can split your teams. Teams are organized down in columns, like this is Team A here, Team B, and if there's a Team C, it would go there. So if you just do split teams, it just splits them right down the middle. So you got, each of those teams is now their own unit. You can command it separately. You cannot split a team again. Okay, very important. You cannot split a team again. You can only split squads. You cannot split teams. If you put them together into the same action space, like they are now, in a couple of seconds, they will automatically merge. And now they're back together. So, assault team, we'll split them into something a little bit different. You get guys with lighter automatic weapons. and then the guys with the heavier weapons are actually like, they can act like a base of fire basically while these guys move forward. So these guys are the lighter equipped ones. They have some rifle grenades though for heavier firepower, and then all the heavy stuff like the machine guns and the marksman rifles go into another team. Put them back together and they'll combine and go back to their original configuration. Anti-tank team will split off 2 guys, and they're going to be equipped just with the anti-tank weapons. There will be 1 anti-tank guy, and then an assistant to help them out. And then everyone else goes into another team. Let them combine. Anti-tank team is really useful if you, like, let's say you have a javelin and an RPG, and you want to try and knock out an enemy tank, but you don't want to risk the whole squad, because if they screw up, they're probably going to die. That tank's going to turn around and shoot them. So, anti-tank team is useful if you want to take a risk, but you don't want to lose your whole squad doing it. And then the scout team is also self-explanatory. You split off 2 guys, and they usually have a rifle and an automatic weapon, and that way you can use them to scout ahead. Okay, so now we're going to send some scouts forward. We're not going to send the vehicles forward. I don't want to lose a vehicle to like a mine or an RPG set up in an ambush or something. We're instead going to send 2 guys forward in 2 different areas. So we'll split them up into scout teams. Let's go ahead and move these guys back out of the way. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to send some scouts. We're going to move along these woods here. And we're going to basically just probe forward towards the positions I want to go with these guys. And we are going to use the hunt command in the movement tab. U is the hotkey for it. We're going to move these guys forward through the woods. And we're going to see if we can... and if they see anything or if they get shot at, they'll immediately drop down, so I don't have to worry about risking them too much. And then we'll go ahead and have the rifle team kind of trail behind them a little bit in case they get into trouble. Whoops, that's quick. I don't want that. And then, just for good measure, we'll put a couple Bradleys here. And then we're going to have them just kind of move up to here to kind of look over the area that they're moving through. I'm actually going to move this Bradley over here. And that way, if they get into trouble, the Bradley should spot it and return fire. And another important part of your reconnaissance, deploy the UAVs. So we're going to go ahead and deploy something over here. Have this UAV watch the area over here and see if it can spot anything. And so while I'm moving into contact, that UAV is going to be on station, and hopefully by the time I'm in position to attack, that UAV is going to have spotted some useful intel for me.
Keep your eyes open.
Alright, so this is probably going to be very boring for a little bit. That's good recon is, so we're just going to fast forward a little bit here. Well, I guess it's not really boring. It can be quite tense if you're kind of like searching out the enemy and you're getting pot shots at you every now and then. But we want to move through the stream. I got things to do today. By the way, for the new players watching, I do have a reputation for getting my scouts killed. None of my plans are complete until I've managed to kill some of my scouts. Just an FYI. Alright, so, nothing is shooting at them so far. That's a pretty good sign. I have a pretty good idea there's nothing there. I can actually see it, and nothing's shooting at me from either there either, so pretty good idea. Pretty good idea that I'm safe to cross this opening here. I've also got a Bradley overlooking, along with these guys, along with this rifle team here, so we're going to go ahead and get these guys moving. Now, to move across this opening, I'm actually not going to use Hunt. Hunt is good to use if you're in cover, because they'll drop down and take advantage of it immediately. The problem here is, if I was to hunt across this opening and someone started shooting at me, they'd drop down, and then they're just sitting in the open. That's no good. We want them to keep moving, so I'm actually going to give them a quick move right across. Meanwhile, these guys, we're going to keep moving forward with them. We're going to move this Bradley up to watch the road. Going to keep an eye on that road. UAV's on station, hasn't spotted anything yet, though. They're in buildings, which means that they're going to be almost impossible to spot. Alright, so these guys have the unenvious task of moving across this clearing, but they've got guys covering them. So they go across safely. I'm actually going to change this guy's up a little bit. I want to get him out the edge right here so we can see out in this area. Alright, now that they've moved across safely, the rifle team's going to join them. We're going to recon towards the observation. I want to get guys up in that observation post, so we're going to get reconnaissance moving that direction to see if we can spot anything. It's quiet. We're just going to fast forward. So far, nothing. Nothing. Good old recon. It's very exciting. Okay, these guys are getting close up on the wood line. I want to move this this Bradley up, actually, in case they get some contact on the other side. So we're going to bring, let's see where. Alright, then we're going to race this Bradley up. We're actually going to dump the platoon commander and the FO into the woods here because they're going to go to the observation post. And the snipers and the Mark 19 are going to end up on the base of fire, so I'm actually going to run them over here to catch up with Recon. Recon will be ahead of them by the time they get there. These guys are going to keep Reconning forward. By the way, guys, for the new people who haven't used this yet, the thick woods are kind of a pain in the butt to see into, so we actually have a nifty hotkey. Alt-T will remove the trees, and if you hit it again, it'll actually toggle the trunks, and from distances far away, you'll still see the trees, and it just removes the trees that are close to the camera. And then if you hit it again, it brings back all the trees. Very useful if you're dealing with units in the woods, and you need to see better. Still fast forwarding, still nothing. Alright, let's peek these guys out a bit further. Alright, now that that guy's out, we're actually going to move this Bradley around. Right about there, before it actually starts to get exposed to something. Mech Gato has a great acronym for Recon. Recon, Rapid End Couple of Nobodies. I like it. So you see, these guys are tired here. Doing the recon movement, doing the hunt movement is actually pretty tiring. So you can't do it for too long, or you're going to tire your troops out. Oh, we got a spot. Who spots that? Bradley all the way over there. Awesome. So there's another thing about spotting for you new people, is sometimes it just takes time. Things don't get spotted instantly. Sometimes it takes many minutes to spot something. So anyways, that Crosshairs is a sniper, so we got a Russian sniper hiding in here somewhere. Where is he? Where is he? He's somewhere in here. I can't even see him. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. He's hiding in the bushes. There he is. Sneaky. So, yeah, you can imagine if I just ran my FOs on my HQ up, that guy might have knocked one of them out, and that would be terrible. That'd be very sad. So now the Bradley's going to kill him. Because the sniper can't do anything to a Bradley. Having a hard time getting a hit in there, though. That was a sniper shot. Heard that. Oh, there. Sound contact. Sniper or someone took a pot shot from this building. They've got a sound contact on it. Okay, so now we know there's a sniper there. Some recon worked. We're going to go ahead and get some area fire on that. Even though my units can't see it, we can at least get some fire down. Can they? Nope, they're blocked. The trees, if you look through it. Too much. They can't shoot there. Yeah, it's pretty gnarly in there. So we're going to run them up to a point where they can start shooting at that spot. There we go. We'll let them hold position. Bring these guys up. They're still going to be out of sight, but they'll be closer. These guys are tired. I need to stop moving them. Yeah, we need to let them rest. Don't want them to go into battle tired. Yeah, I don't think that guy's having a very good day. Well, better late than never, guys. Okay. So that target should be dead. So we're going to go ahead and move these guys into the observation post. We'll just move the FOs in. So like I said before, you don't want to attract any attention to the FOs. So we're going to give them a cover arc. We'll make it 50 meters so they'll defend themselves against something within hand grenade range. Then we're going to put them into the building. And then when they're in the building, I'll give them a target arc like this so that they'll stay facing in this direction towards the town. Clear their target. They don't need to shoot at that anymore because those guys are dead. We'll run these guys up to the wood line so they can cover the FOs. I don't think there's going to be any trouble, but you never know. Alright, and then we're going to bring these guys up to... bring them up to right about here and hide them in the bushes for now. And then momentarily we're actually going to bring them up to shoot at the buildings on the objectives. Alright, we're going to run these guys up to bring them up to speed. We're actually going to explore this road with Bradley. Okay, and then HQ here, we're going to bring him up to the vehicle. Load him back in the Bradley. He's going to be going with the assault element. So will the... actually, I'm not sure about that. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Nope, I'm actually going to bring him up into the building. I'm going to bring him into the base of fire, I think. Yep. Have him move over there. So you notice as that, whoa, what is that? That was an automatic grenade launcher. Right there, we spotted it on top of the building. No! See? This is why you be careful about these things. I managed to get some scouts killed. I did it. Luckily it was the radio operator. I'm okay though. Because that guy's got a PDA. We need to shoot that thing. I didn't think you'd be able to see right there. Ah, you know what it was? I should have moved him further over this way. I should have moved him further over this way. Instead, I moved him right here, and it was visible. So there you go. Alright, this guy's safe now, though. He's out of line of sight, but these guys need to get the heck out of there. So we got some wounded guys. They're just wounded, though. Oh, they're pinned, though. They're not going to move because they're pinned. So here's morale. Okay, your guys... Oh, shoot, my computer's going to sleep. Okay, so your guys don't like being shot at. So over here you'll see the suppression. This is a suppression meter, and the higher that this gets filled, the closer it gets to red, the worse they're suppressed. When it fills up, they're going to get pinned. And when they're pinned, they are sometimes in good order, it depends. But it means that they're going to pretty much ignore your movement orders. So these guys are pretty much stuck in place. If their morale drops lower, they'll run away. They'll run to wherever they think is safe. So right now they're still at okay morale. Their morale is not that bad. This guy over here is at cautious morale. Morale can go down really low, and eventually it will it'll drop to like broken or something similar. And if it's got like glowy yellow or red border around it, around here, then their morale is really bad, and they're probably going to be pretty much worthless in combat. If they get shot at all, they'll just start hiding and running away. So, alright, this is kind of emergency mode here. We need to get these guys out of here as fast as possible. They're probably going to ignore this movement order, but I'll give it anyways. We're going to bring up a Bradley to start putting some fire on that thing. And then I'm probably going to have to start calling in some mortars. Bradley can see it right there. All I got to do is drive him forward just a tad, and he can see it right there through those trees. And that should take care of him. A Bradley autocannon will kill that thing pretty quickly. And once this this FO team is in place, next turn we'll get some mortar fire going on that thing. I think that those grenades weren't actually shot at these guys. He was actually shooting here at the last sighting of the FO team, and those rounds just went long and accidentally hit them. Oh no, we can see him! Okay, I did not see that coming. Oh, thank God the Bradley started shooting. Come on, Bradley, you can do it! Get him! Oh, please, dear God. Okay, we've pinned him, and it's dead. Okay, it's gone. Yep, abandoned. Normally you wouldn't be able to see that kind of information, but we're playing at a lower difficulty level. That's a machine gun. I wounded him. Oh, we got a sight. See, the enemy starts shooting, they become a lot easier to spot. Yeah, we got a Russian with a SVD marksman rifle. Okay, it's time to get some fire support going. We're going to go ahead and do an area target like that. I'm going to try and keep it small. I don't want to hit the church.
Request fire, over.
And someone asked if we simulate the difference between HE and AP and the 25mm on the Bradley. Yep, you can see the ammo down here. It tracks each separately. Okay, so now is as good a time as any to get this base of fire going, so we're going to start bringing stuff up onto the base of fire while the assault element moves forward around the side. Alright, he's got a pretty good line of sight. It's not bad. Oh yeah, that's another good point, guys. When a unit takes casualties, or it takes very accurate fire, or anything that's like really life-threatening, the icon will flash orange for a little bit. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and move these guys up. Along with you. Have them deploy. Alright, so we got a bunch of units moving up. They're going to start putting down some fire on the front of this facility while the assault elements move into place. We got to give these guys another turn. They got to load into the Bradley, then we're going to start moving around the side here. We're going to use assault route 1 and 2 here to approach. Alright, so we've spotted a machine gun over here. 3rd floor of the building. Where is he? Oh, there he is, 4th floor. That was an RPG. Bradley spots it immediately and starts engaging. Right there. We got a little sniper duel going on here. Whoa, what was that? I don't know what that was. That Bradley got lucky though. It knocked out the tow launcher though. Yeah, you can see that it hit right on the tow launcher. Spared the rest of the vehicle though. Yeah, you see down here the damage report in action here. Tow launcher's out. It's all red. Alright, those guys are still loading. So someone asked, where does the portable Mark 19 fit into the U.S. order of battle? Two places you can find it. You can either get it as a specialist team unit,
Shot. Over.
or you can...
Shot. Out.
Some of the Humvees and light infantry battalions can actually dismount their main weapon.
Flash. Over.
Oh, here we go. Okay, UAV in action. No one can see this guy, but we now know there's a BTR up here. Looks like he moved in. Yep, there he is. So the UAV spotted that guy moving in.
Shot. Over.
Looks like we got a BTR-82 30mm cannon on it. Easy to kill, but you don't want it to shoot at you because that cannon will hurt.
Flash. Over. Flash out. Shot. Over. Shot. Out.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and demonstrate something new here. That was target, where it just shoots indefinitely. We're going to, let's say we don't want to waste so much ammo, so we're going to use target briefly instead. So we've got a guy sitting right, we got a Russian guy sitting right here, I think. Yep, there he is. Alright, so we're not going to waste a bunch of ammo on this guy, so we're going to use target briefly. Hotkey is J. Oh, we can't see that. That's not good. Alright, well, I guess we'll shoot at, why not the top of this building? So you notice it gets a 15 there, which means he'll shoot for 15 seconds, and then he'll auto-cancel the target. You can also keep pressing the button, and it'll increment it in 15-second increments. So we'll have him shoot for 30 seconds. Alright, so these guys are finally loaded up. Took them forever. I think it's because they had some wounded guys, so they took longer. So we're going to get these guys moving around. We're actually going to dash them as quickly as we can across this opening, because they're kind of... something could possibly shoot at them. And then we're going to go to hunt. Alright, and then we're just going to get some random area fire going on with these guys. Let's just do some... Ah, shoot, I didn't put them in a good spot. See, this is why you should check your firing spots before you place them down. Yeah, I need to move forward a bit. Oh boy. Okay. I'm just going to let the snipers, I'm not going to dictate any targets for them. They're going to shoot as they please. We'll put some area fire in the building because I think that's where that shot came from that took out his missile launcher. And just for good measure, we're going to put some small arms fire on that building over there, because there was a sighting there. Okay, we're good. Let's go.
Flash. Shot. Shot. Out. Over. Shot. Out.
Yeah, the flashing thing. Some people like it. Some people love it. Some people hate it. It's kind of a preference thing. Personally, my personal opinion, I'd like to see it replaced with some sort of reporting system. That'd be nice. Not sure when we'll get to that. It's not really. That's kind of stuff's not really my decision. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and bring them up to here and then offload them. Normally I would play it much safer and I'd actually scout this out, but I'm actually kind of running out of time to play this, and I already know there's nothing there, so I might be cutting a few corners here. But normally you should not just run them up here and then offload them right in front of the woods. That's a good way to lose everyone. But I need to get this moving. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and stop the Bradley fire. I don't want them to waste all of their ammo. Who sees this guy? So here's another useful tidbit. I don't think I mentioned this before, and I really should have. If you select an enemy unit, you can see what units can observe it. So it's selected. Only one can concede is the FO team, and you can tell that because their icon is highlighted. The rest are dark, which means they can't see it. So FO team also sees a machine gun team sitting in the church here, or right next to the church. It looks like he's sitting in the open. I think he ran out of this building for cover. And then, of course, only the FO team sees this BTR because the FO team is the one using the UAV. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and let